Good day, guys. Welcome back to the King's Tutorial class. And happy Democracy Day to us here in Nigeria. For this class, I'll be using a green marker. Alright? So, we'll be looking at the continuation of the series we are actually treating, which is what? Inequality. Now, in my last class, I paused at the first solution one because it was quite, space consuming. That's on the board. This class, we're looking at the continuation, which is what's number 2 question on the inequality question that we were to treat in our last class. Now, how do I solve this? Very simple. The first thing to say is what? Solution. Okay. I think I might need to bring my blue marker up. Pardon me. Solution. Very good. Okay. Number 2, we have x minus 1. We have the loss of this, or the absolute value of this, to be what? Greater than what? 2, and what? The absolute value of what? X plus 3. Now, the first thing I ask yourself is, what does this absolute value mean? How do I know this absolute value? In mathematics, when you have this, that's with elements in between, it's called absolute value. When you have this, that's the double of it, we call it norm, like N-O-R-M, right? Or normal. So, but this is norm. So for this, they both mean that what? Any value you place inside them, you will get the answer as positive. Example, if I have the absolute value of 2 is equals to what? 2. The absolute value of minus 2 is also equals to what? 2. So what does it mean? It means the absolute value of 2 is the same thing as what? Plus or minus what? 2 altogether. Now, just like in logarithm and indices, those topics in mathematics where you have laws, we also have laws guiding this absolute value. We also have laws guiding what? How do let's solve? First, let's bring both absolute values to one side. Let's bring to the left hand side. So by doing what? Dividing both sides by what? X plus 3. So that's x minus 1 over what? X plus 3. Now, to be greater than what? 2. Right? At this point, what I do? Let's change it to one equation. That is the same thing as x minus 1 all over what? X plus 3. Then both of them having what? Absolute value to be greater than 2. At this point, what do I do? Let me open it as I open this. So it means x minus 1 over x plus 3 will be what's greater than 2, or x minus 1 over x plus 3 will be what? Less than minus 2. Now, this is positive, this is negative. But what happened? This sign changed. Why? Because if you've been following our classes, you notice that whenever I have to get my answer, alright, the greater solution would have the inequality given in the question. Then the lesser solution will have what? The opposite. Alright? So, solving on, I'll do what? For both equations, let me start with this first one. I will say multiply both sides by what? The square of x plus 3, which becomes what? X minus 1 into x plus 3, that will be left, greater than what? 2 into what? X plus 3 squared. Right? At this point, expanding, I would have what? X squared, 3x minus x minus 2x minus what? 3. Greater than what? 2 into what? Expanding, I have what? X squared plus 6x plus 9. Expand again, what will I have? This remains what? X squared minus what? 2x minus 3. To be greater than what? Expand now, 2x squared plus 12x plus 2 times 9 is what? 18. So, what do I now do? Let's bring everything to the left or to the right. So, taking everything to the right, I would have 0 to be greater than what? This comes here becomes what? X squared. This comes here becomes what? Plus 14x. Alright? Then plus what? 21. Alright? Minus 3 comes here as positive. Adds up with 18 becomes what? Positive. Now, solving, bring everything to the left back. So the inequality sign will change. Leaving us with what? X squared plus 14x plus 21 is what? Less than 0. Now, from here, let's solve. What will I multiply to get 21 and add to get 14? If you can get those two values, solve and get your answer, then you conclude. If you can't, use completing the square method or factorization method or formula method, I mean, right? Then for number second, I have what? X minus 1 over what? X plus 3 to what? Less than minus 2. At this point, what do I have? Multiplying, I'm going to have what? X minus 1 into what? X plus 3, then to be less than minus 2 into X plus 3 all square, right? If I multiply all through by what? X plus 3 all square. One of them will cancel out here, remaining 1. This also multiply X plus 3 all square. Those will cancel out because there's no denominator. At this point, what will I do? I will expand also. So, what did I have for this? When I multiplied here, when I expanded here, I had what? X squared minus 2x plus what? Sorry, minus what? Minus 3. Then, less than, in this case, minus 2 into expanded that gave me what? X squared plus 6x plus 9. At this point, let's expand the right hand side and cancel out. X squared minus 2x minus 3 to be less than what? Minus 2x squared minus 12x minus 18. So let's bring everything at the right to the left. Why? Because I want my x squared to be what? Positive. So that's giving me what? 3x squared minus 2 plus 12. That's plus 10x minus 3 plus 18 is what? That's plus 15 to be less than 0. At this point, you will factorize. Look for the values that when you multiply, you get 45. When you add, you get what? 10. Solve and arrange as we've done in our previous classes. So that will be all for today's class. See you in my next class.